You guys will give you guys my match review, Real Betis versus Barcelona. What a game this was. What a game this took place, and what a game. That's all I have to say. 5 goals, 3 for Barcelona, 2 for Real Betis. And I have to say, I predicted a 3-1 win, and I'm really glad that Barcelona came out and win this game because this was a very tough game. And I think Barcelona played really well today. I think this is one of the better Barcelona performances, and I think this has been one of the best I have seen under Kike Setién, given the intensity of the opponent. Because one of the things, because this is an away game, guys, because away games for me have been a real hit or miss. Barcelona usually, they either usually really disappoint and do anything, or just get a very, very unconvincing win. And you never really expect a complete domination away from home. And that's what happened today, guys. Barcelona played really well. They got 3 goals and pretty much controlled the game, I would say. Really, overall, I think they controlled the game. However, I do have to say, though, Real Betis did control the first half. Real Betis really did test Barcelona, the back line. Nabil Fekir, Carlos Alenia, Emerson, Robles, Bartra, Mourinho, they played really well. And I'm surprised on how well they played because it took them 6 minutes to muster up a goal. Now, to be fair, it was a penalty. It was a penalty, and it was a yellow card. It was a handball in the box. And it was a questionable, you can say. And the thing that really frustrates me most about this is that on the build-up to the penalty, on the build-up to the goal, there was no foul given for Lionel Messi because I believe someone tackled Lionel Messi. I don't really exactly remember who. Someone fouled Lionel Messi, and no call was given. And in my humble opinion, I didn't like this referee too much. I think this referee was not very good. I felt like he was kind of against Barcelona for a majority of the game, and he really favored, I would say, Real Betis in this game. And I think Barcelona were very unfortunate. They should have got more of those chances in their favor rather than, because there were like two penalties for sure that should have been given. And yeah, we'll get to those situations a little later. I just want to run you down with the goals real quick. And up steps Sergio Canales, who scores in the 6th minute of the game to give Real Betis a 1-0 lead. And this is where the big test really comes in. Because away from home, when you concede very early on, it's difficult to get the pressure back and to put the pressure on the opposing team because now you're on the pressure, And then 3 minutes later, Lenglet plays a sublime pass to Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi plays a sublime pass to Frankie de Jong, who taps it in the 9th minute of the game. And by the way, guys, Frankie de Jong was really good today. I love Frankie de Jong overall today. He was really lively. And I have to say, in the 9th minute, that really restored the confidence. And I think for me, that was a big goal. That was a big goal very early on in the lead. And I wanted Barcelona to get an early goal like this so that way the pressure could mount on the opposing team. And unfortunately, it didn't really happen as I wanted. However, a goal is a goal, And still in the 9th minute of the game, that's still good enough. That's still great. I think that's pretty good. And now, with this. Now, Arturo Vidal plays he gives away the ball, and Nabil Fekir puts it in, and Umtiti could not block that. And guess what? Nabil Fekir gives Real Betis a 2-1 lead. This was very scary for me because Nabil Fekir was really good. He was really good in the first half, and I really thoroughly enjoyed. And then finally, almost before break time, Lionel Messi gets another set piece. And guess what? Sergio Busquets gets on the end of the cross and kicks it in to make it 2-2. I believe a lot of the Betis players thought that was offside, and there was like a foul in the build-up. And it stood. And so halftime, I was like, okay, 2-2, pretty good stuff. And I was a bit concerned because Real Betis had pretty much dominated the first half. They had pretty much dominated the goal. They've dominated the chances department. And they really deservedly should be leading. While Barcelona, they've been great too. It's just the defending they haven't been too good at. And that's what really worried me a lot, mostly. In the second half, things started really good. Barcelona really tested Real Betis. There was a lot of good chances. Lionel Messi had 2 brilliant chances where both was saved by Ruben Robles, who was brilliant on the night today, to say. And I thoroughly enjoyed what he did. And then finally, another set piece. There was another penalty that should have been given. And Lionel Messi delivers on another credible set piece, and Lenglet heads it home for his third goal on the night. And guess what? Barcelona are 3-2 up. A few minutes later, Nabil Fekir gets a foul. And guess what? The referee's like, okay, give you a yellow card. Oh, you spoke back to me? You gave a little gesture? Red card for you. And this was a big turning point in the game. And personally, I don't like that necessarily. I think that's a bit stupid. In my humble opinion, I do not think that should be a red card. However, one of the Barcelona players was sent up for that. I believe it was Ousmane Dembele against Sevilla. He was sent off for the same similar situation. And then guess what? Lenglet also got a red card as well. Another tackle was made in the 79th minute, and both players are suspended, meaning that in the next game against Getafe, Barcelona need to play PK and Umtiti, which I don't really like that, honestly. I mean, it's going to be bad. I really hope. And I guess we'll have Ronald Rujo as well. So, that's all the goals. Now let's go talk about the individual. Let's go talk about the game as a whole. And what are the big things we could take away from this game? Well, first of all, Barcelona easily show how great they are at set pieces. Set pieces have been a custom for this team. I love the fact that set pieces are part of this. However, I do find it a bit concerning that Barcelona cannot score many goals from open play, because this is where I'm a bit I'm a bit disappointed. Because while set pieces are great and all, you can't just rely on set pieces to win games. You have to win games by open goals as well, because open play is a lot easier to score than set pieces, because set pieces you have to account for the opponent's mistake and opponent's foul, and it's very hard to predict when that's going to happen. As for open play, you just have to beat the keeper and get around the box and score. Okay, it's really difficult. And anyways, as I was saying, the set pieces are great. Barcelona played really well in set pieces, Lionel Messi particularly. However, I do think defensively we can still improve. Barcelona still, I'd say, are very fragile defensively. I don't think defensively Barcelona have been as solid as we think they can be. However, I do think it's a step in the right direction. I do think Lenglet played a really good game today, and it's going to be sad that he won't play against Getafe, which Getafe are in a really good form, by the way. They're third right now in La Liga, I believe, which is a bit concerning to say. I'll have the match preview for that, obviously, on Friday. And as I said before, guys, I'm still a bit concerned at how things are going to go, because right now, possession-wise, Barcelona are really brilliant. However, I do think there have been some really bad things we got to overcome. And I think Quique Setién, for what his squad is, I think he's doing a pretty good job. I don't think many managers like Quique Setién are able to deliver in this kind of promise. And so far, Barcelona have been great. We have won 5 of the last 7 games. We've only lost 2 times, one in the Copa del Rey and the one against Valencia. However, most of those games were at home. So I think we got to reasonably be fair here and say that it's a bit early to call anything off real quick. Okay. So, yeah. Honestly, I think we have to look from this game and try to improve our finishing, because our finishing, I don't think, is still as good as I want it to be. And I think this will just take time. And I think with the game Thursday and with the Copa del Rey out of the way, we have a full week to rest, almost a full week against Getafe. Barcelona will play against Getafe 10 a.m. Camp Nou this coming Saturday, February 15th. So we have nearly a full week, which is really good. To say nonetheless. How did that no go in? Wow. So, anyhow. So yeah, that's all my hot takes for this game, guys. I think this game was really good from start to finish. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It was a very good game. I have to say. Although I do think the referee was a bit harsh, and I do think the referee was a little biased against us. I think that I don't really like the Spanish referees. It always seems like the Spanish referees is always the referees I would say are not very good. The referees, jeez. Yeah, there were some clear pens that should have been given and clear fouls that should have been given in Barcelona's favor. However, I do think Barcelona have been progressing. I think Barcelona have been better now than ever. And yeah, so before I end this video, I want to say this. This will take time. And trophies, by the looks of it, I'm not sure we'll win any trophies. Trophies don't mean anything. And considering that we have Quique Setien's had a half season and we're only in 2 competitions, La Liga and the Champions League, both of which we're not really the favorites to win either of those, it's going to be difficult. And I just want, here are my expectations. I would like for Barcelona to at least get 2nd place in La Liga and at least get the quarterfinals in Champions League. Anything above that is a bonus, and I will gladly accept it. But here, that's I would say is a minimum. That's the minimum that I would like for us to achieve, for Barcelona to achieve, which I don't think is. I think it's very doable at the very minimum. By the way, some quick thoughts on some players that got substituted. I forgot to mention Arthur came on, and Antoine Griezmann got substituted. Rakitic came on, as well as Alba. I think these 2 changes really benefited the team. Vidal played okay. He didn't play. I think he played okay for the most part. Roberto, I didn't really like Roberto for the most part. I think he should have played a little bit better. Umtiti was all right, I guess. Firpo was he didn't look too good. He looked okay. And Antoine Griezmann didn't really play. He played okay, I guess. And I'm glad that Quique Setién gave Junior Firpo a chance against his former team, which I didn't really expect that, to be honest. And I think it's a great thing that he gave him a chance. You know, it's always good to have everyone fighting for their spot and not just, oh yeah, I get the spot because I'm better. I'm simply better by you in default. Yeah. So I think this also is a good game to give Ansu Fati some rest because he needed some rest, especially for what he did. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think below in the comment section below. Peace out.